Hello there, you're now watching TVS News at 5 with your anchor, Hari Zainuddin. Let's begin with our top stories for today. Leadership is a learned behavior that becomes unconscious and automatic over time. This is seen in Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, who has been busy with matters pertaining to the Sarawak rights even on his first day back in office. He said that fighting for the cause does not necessarily translate to secede the Federation of Malaysia, but rather ensuring the written agreement are fulfilled.
He remarked that the amended clauses of the Federal Constitution to better reflect MA63 has contributed to GPS landslide victory in the just concluded 12th state election on Saturday.
Ini saya rasa fundamental yang telah memberi kemenangan kepada rakan-rakan saya dalam GPS. Dan juga yang penting adalah integriti kami dalam deliver apa telah dijanjikan. When PH government wanted to amend our constitution just based on perkara 1/2, we did not agree. We want the substantive amendment. That is the content of the constitution that should embrace what have been signed in the agreement, together with its annexure, that is the IGC.
Similarly, Abang Johari said that in order for state governments, projects or policies to be implemented quickly, all ways of doing things should be revamped for efficiency. Thus, he hopes the state civil service to take heed in order for the state to achieve developed state status by 2030.
Now, Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg did not expect Gabungan Parti Sarawak GPS to win the 76 out of 82 seats during the 12th Sarawak State election. Abang Johari noted that this shows that political stability is vital for the state to continue developing.
Rakyat juga faham bahawa kerangkuman dasar yang melibat semua kaum, semua agama hendaklah dititik beratkan. Rakyat juga faham bahawa Sarawak mempunyai kedudukan yang tersendiri mengikut Perjanjian Malaysia 63 yang telah diluluskan oleh Parlimen.
Abang Johari says this is the fundamental reason that contributes to GPS landslide victory at the state poll. He also said that Malaysia had seen 3 Prime Minister for the last 3 years.
Fortunately, what happened during the past 3 years does not reflect what the people expect. And the direct foreign investment is also affected. And our reputation is also affected. Thank God, after the win by GPS, I noticed a lot of analysts mentioning that the signal is Malaysia wants a stable government.
He said this during a reception ceremony for his first time entering the office at Wisma Bapak Malaysia today. Within the next 5 years, Abang Johari hopes procedures on project implementation can be revamped to assist Sarawak to achieve the status of a developed state by 2030. He, who is also Gedong Assemblyman, was surprised that native customary rights NCR over land was not a dominant issue during the election.
The Sarawak Deputy Chief Minister post is rumoured to be returned to Sarawak United People's Party SUPP through its party president Datuk Sri Dr. Sim Kui Hian as recognition of SUPP's impressive performance in the just concluded Sarawak polls. Having won 13 out of the 18 seats it contested, SUPP has proven it is a force to be reckoned with.
SUPP has won the second highest number of seats under the ruling coalition, the Gabungan Parti Sarawak GPS, in the recent Sarawak polls on Saturday. The party has also won 5 Chinese majority seats, namely Kota Sentosa, Palawan, Bukit Asik, Tanjung Batu and Pujud, and thus reflecting on the party's leadership in securing a greater Chinese involvement in politics and government. As such, the appointment would see Dr. Sim following in his father's footsteps, who is a former State Deputy Chief Minister, the late Tan Sri Dato' Amar Sim Keng Hong, who was also former SUPP President. The position for the Deputy Chief Minister in the Sarawak State Cabinet is left vacant following the passing of Tan Sri Dato' Amar James Jamut Masing on October 31st this year. GPS has seen a marked improvement in its performance through its debut, securing an additional 4 seats as compared to 72 seats won in the 11th Sarawak state election in 2016, in which the coalition was part of BN at the time.
Moving on, the retail price for oximeters will remain as is, as there is no plan to set the ceiling price at the moment. Minister for Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs KPDN HEP, Datuk Sri Alexander Nantalinggi said this would encourage retailers and manufacturers to compete to offer lower prices to consumers.
At present, a number of brands have been approved for sale in the market.
Sama juga kita biarkan ada persaingan. Sebab kita nampak kalau ada persaingan, dia akan tersendiri ada tekanan kepada harga dia turun, ya. Jadi kita berharaplah pengguna buat pilihan yang bijaklah. Kalau kedai itu dia jual mahal, tengoklah kedai lain. Dan juga kita ada aplikasi price catcher. Jadi kita boleh cek kat sana lah.
Similarly, he called upon consumers to use the Price Catcher mobile app to make price comparisons between stores.
Kehidupan gundik-gundik Maharaja Dinasti Qing dihiasi dengan kemewahan. Namun di sebaliknya, penuh dengan konspirasi, manipulasi dan pengkhianatan. Siapakah yang berjaya merebut perhatian Maharaja dan seterusnya meraih kuasa di istana? TVS mempersembahkan siri drama yang telah memenangi pelbagai anugerah, termasuk pencalonan kategori pelakon terbaik dalam anugerah antarabangsa Emmy oleh Sun Lee. Jangan lupa untuk menyaksikan drama Cina popular Empresses in the Palace, Isnin hingga Khamis, 9.30 malam. Di TVS saluran 122 Astro dan MyTV.
Kecemasan, boleh saya bantu?
Hello, there's been a motorcycle accident here. Maybe an elephant ran it over.
Sir, there is fire accident at the address number 5 Jalan Tembika Shah Alam.
PGO from FRT Shah Alam, there was no fire accident here, over.
MERS 999. Use it wisely.
Percayalah bahawa anda bertanggungjawab terhadap diri anda sendiri. Anda bertanggungjawab untuk mengatakan tidak. Jangan biarkan orang lain mempengaruhi anda. Kenal pasti hak anda, keperluan anda dan perasaan anda. Hanya sekali ia boleh meragut.
Memulakan langkah pertama memerlukan 1000 kekuatan. Langkah seterusnya memerlukan nekat dan juga keyakinan. Namun kita harus sokong dan bantu mereka kerana kepulihan itu pasti.
Welcome back to TVS News at 5. Maidin Mohamad Holdings Berhad Managing Director Dato' Amir Ali Maidin today forgave the looters who broke into the supermarket chain store in Shah Alam during the recent floods, adding that while he does not condone the behavior, they were probably in a desperate situation and resorted to such action to survive.
In a statement, Amir said he is deeply touched and sympathized with those affected by the floods, especially when the country is still struggling with the COVID-19 outbreak. He added the floods on December 18 had caused losses of millions of ringgit to the company. In addition to Maidin's store, a few other marts had been looted by residents wading through floodwaters at Taman Sri Muda between 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on Monday.
The Ministry of Urban Development and Natural Resources remains a key player to ensure Sarawak achieves a high-income state status by 2030. Former Minister of Urban Development and Natural Resources, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, expressed his appreciation to the ministry's staff for their commitment and hard work given throughout his 30 years of service in the ministry.
Telah pun mencapai banyak kejayaan. Apa yang dibentang oleh yang berbahagia Datuk Jaidi itu adalah sebahagian daripadanya. Dalam usaha kita untuk mencapai post-COVID-19 development strategy pada year 2030, kementerian ini dipertanggungjawabkan dengan tanggungjawab yang agak berat juga untuk memacu pembangunan kita dan seterusnya untuk menambah pendapatan negeri kita. Dan ini adalah sesuatu yang penting untuk kita dapat melaksanakan projek-projek pembangunan dan meningkatkan kesejahteraan hidup rakyat kita. Amat berbangga kerana dapat bersama-sama dengan kementerian ini lebih 30 tahun. Saya mengucapkan terima kasih banyak atas kerjasama kita semua. Kabinet Sarawak belum lagi dibentuk. Jadi selalunya Ketua Menteri kita akan menjadi Menteri bagi kementerian ini. Oleh yang demikian, saya mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan terima kasihlah kepada semua warga kementerian ini.
Awang Tengah, who is the Bukit Sari Assemblyman, made the statement at the Ministry of Urban Development and Natural Resources Excellent Service Award ceremony on Monday, 20th December. He added that among the ministry's achievement is the Urban Renewal Project under 12 Malaysia Plan, where 14 projects totaling up to 4 billion ringgit was implemented throughout Sarawak. Besides that, the ministry has also implemented the Forest Plantation Program, where 47 licenses have been issued, covering an area of 2,137,000 hectares of land.
Now wrapping up the 5 p.m. news, Santa Claus delivered some unusual holiday cheer in Rio de Janeiro on Monday, December 20, by feeding the sharks and swimming with stingrays at the city's aquarium. Santa, who wore his familiar red suit during his scuba dive, was joined by Miss Claus and other Christmas characters. Visitors gathered around the displays while divers fed sharks, stingrays, and 2,000 other fish species.
Acho que é emocionante para os dois lados, né? Para a gente, não sei se é tão quanto eles, né? Que para eles ali eles estão vendo o Papai Noel descer. Então é uma alegria que eu não consigo nem descrever. E a gente fica muito feliz em estar passando isso para as crianças e ver a alegria delas como resposta para o trabalho da gente.
Aquario visitors can watch aquarium staff dressed as Santa Claus and Miss Claus dive daily until December 25th.
Eu gostei mais desse tanque aqui, porque dá pra tudo que a gente olha, parece que a gente está no fundo do mar. Que tudo que a gente olha parece que nós estamos dentro desse tanque, porque é muito
And that wraps up the 5 p.m. English news for today. Once again, I'm Hari Zainuddin. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.
Sikit apa dia? Sikit dah makan.